All right. Hey, welcome everybody to our BSP call. I'm excited to share the things with you that I have in store. I want to talk to you today about how to choose an offer for your business that the market absolutely loves. And I've been given this quite a bit of thought lately because of how long I've been doing bestseller publishing and the offers that we have in the marketplace. And I'll share with you some more details, but whether you're new in business or not, you should always be testing ways to create new offers and attract more clients. When I say create new offers, I don't necessarily mean starting an entirely new business. I certainly don't mean go away from the stuff that's working in your business right now, but you should be able to adjust your offer, tweak your offer in ways that attract an even larger segment of your market population. When bestseller publishing started, when I started it now more than 10 years ago, most of what we were doing as far as to attract clients was through a couple of live events that I did, email marketing, relationships, and then some advertising on like Google, etc. When Facebook came around, and I don't remember how long ago it was when Facebook started allowing the actual the advertisements that were, like native to the scrolling and in the posts. But it's probably 9 years ago or something like that. It's a long time ago. And so we started marketing and advertising right out of the gate. And what we wanted to present to the marketplace was what I felt like I was missing when I struggled to write my first book back in 2008, struggled to get it marketed. I've shared this story with you, but just as a brief recap, people sold me everything. I'm a buyer. And so, they said, well, this email drop will help you to sell your book. And I tried that and it didn't really work well. Okay, this standalone press release for $1,000 will help you to sell more books and get your book to your target market. And so I tried that, and I tried all these various things, most of which were a complete disaster and failure. And so when I was creating an offer for the marketplace, the first thing that I wanted to do was offer something to the market that I felt like I really needed personally, that I would have been glad to buy. And one of the things that I have always thought and that I've shared is that when it comes to like me actually buying something, I want a strong guarantee, like super strong. And really, in one sense, as long as what you're doing is legitimate, I almost don't care how you get me what I want. Just get me what I want. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see under the hood to know that the car does 11 seconds in the quarter mile. I am okay with the car just doing 11 seconds in the quarter mile. I come from an old racing family, so forgive me. I don't need to know what camshaft it has or pistons. This is me personally. So when I created our first offer on Facebook, I said, and this might seem like obvious today, but no one did anything like this. I said, we're going to help you to do a book, and we're going to guarantee that your book becomes a bestseller on Amazon, or it's going to be free. And I remember talking to a coach specifically about that offer, and he says, you really feel confident about that? And I said, well, I do feel really confident about that, but I feel even more confident that this is what people want and deserve. And so when we made that offer, it was like, using an old adage, selling hotcakes, right? Like everybody wanted it. People that were authors or wanted to be authors were sick of all of the piecemeal stuff, this one press release or this email drop or whatever. And of course, we put it all together with paid advertising, multiple press releases, big social media campaign, all of that to get, tons and tons of downloads and sales. And it worked like gangbusters. Now today, 10 maybe 8 years, 9 years since the Facebook marketing days, I can't tell you how many people I've done books for that are now in the book business, right? Like anybody that's written a book now feels like they're qualified to help other people to write books. And so it's become this red ocean. If you've ever read the book, Blue Ocean Strategy, and I'm going to give you some of my own terminology. I read the book a long, long time ago, but I, like so many others, still use that terminology. So today it's become a red ocean. In those days, it was a completely blue ocean. So let me give you my own kind of definition. I'm not saying that this is exactly what the book says, but I'm going to give you my own definition of the difference between a blue ocean and a red ocean. So a red ocean means there is tons and tons of competitors in the marketplace. And in fact, you may be one of the top people in the marketplace. Right now in the marketplace, I've been doing this as long or longer than anyone has, and have done as many books or more than anyone has, but I still have to face all of the competition that's in the marketplace, right? The friends and brothers and all of the others who, even many of which I put into business, in a backwards kind of fashion, did their book, et cetera. A blue ocean, along the same lines, is an uncontested market or uncontested offer. Now, we're going to come back to that, but that's an important part of the definition. The reason I say that, and I say it in such a way, is this idea, again, using bestseller publishing as an example, this idea of offering people a guaranteed bestseller, maybe we pioneered that. I don't know anybody who offered that guaranteed or money back. And in fact, most people don't even guarantee their money back today, but some certainly do. And so we pioneered that, but all the competition has come in. I can still stay in this same marketplace if I do something to my offer to make it, again, an uncontested offer. Some call it a category of one, right? Even within a very contested marketplace. So a red ocean also requires deeper market penetration, right? Meaning that you can't just, like in a blue ocean, you can take the cream off the top. And I'm going to show you like a real live example of this happening right now with an offer that we're making where I'm partnering with someone on something specific. But, in a blue ocean, you can make a lot of mistakes. You don't need to be the best marketer on Facebook. You don't need to write the best ads. You don't need to do everything the best, because you don't have to really get into the depth of the market. You can, if you got a great offer in an uncontested market, you just make the offer with all of your mistakes and with all of the things that you're doing wrong, and the cream just floods to you. This is ideally what we want, right? With a red ocean, you have to beat your competition. You got to beat them. You got to make a better offer. And that might have to do with a pricing structure. It might have to do with an ad or marketing structure. It might have to do with presentation skills, right? If you're doing a challenge or you're running like, a workshop, which we're going to be doing soon ourselves. With a blue ocean, there is no competition, or very little competition. You don't have to beat anyone because you've created a category of one. You are offering something that nobody else is offering. So I'm going to share my screen, but for those of you that are listening to this and not watching it, don't worry. I'm going to walk through each of these things because I want to show you, we crafted a brand new offer that is absolutely a blue ocean offer. And I want to share some of the details of that offer with you to show you how it is working and what a blue ocean offer looks like. And what I think makes this one. And I'm also going to share with you a tweak that I'm going to begin testing with bestseller publishing that I believe will take us into a complete blue ocean, brand new blue ocean with BSP. So this is Amy Dix. This is her Facebook page. It's facebook.com/authority speakers. And many of you know Amy because Amy, we've done 2 books for Amy. Amy does some project management stuff for us. I love Amy. She's amazing. She's an amazing speaker. And she created a program, and we started working on something together probably 6 or 8 months ago that now is beginning to come to fruition. And the short version of this is offering speakers guaranteed speaking engagements. Now, there are speaker agencies out there. There are speaker websites out there. But if you've ever tried to get a speaking engagement on one of them, then you already know that it just doesn't work. Like, they only work for the people that are already really, really well-known speakers in the industry. And so we wanted to create something that even for somebody that had never spoken on a stage before, you do need some qualifications, right? You need to know what you're speaking about. And there's a few things, but we wanted to create something to where we can actually offer guaranteed speaking engagements. Now, that if you can do it, if it can be done, that is a blue ocean. So here are a couple of the ads that we created. Now, these ads are not like magic. These ads are not like, wow, it's the wording that did it. No, remember, all we're doing in a blue ocean is taking the cream off the top. So we did something that's called a power offer, and Joel Irway came up with that term. He taught to our BSP community just a few weeks ago. So here's the power offer. Attention speakers, experts, and business book authors. What if I offered you to book you on 3 actual speaking engagements, guaranteed? Conferences, associations, summits, boot camps, even TV. We're qualifying TV as a potential speaking engagement, without you worrying about finding who to pitch or what to say, without ever having to fill out another call for speaker application. Even if you've never been on a stage before, and we're going to do it all in the next 90 days, would you take me up on that offer? Click here to learn the details. This is the ads. Picture of Amy. Attention speakers want me to book you for speaking engagement. It's very simple. There's not really a lot of salesmanship. All we're doing is making this complete blue ocean offer and saying, hey, if you're this person and you are tired of all this, and even if you've never spoken on a stage before, we're going to guarantee, if you qualify, we're going to guarantee to get you 3 speaking engagements. Here's another. This got the most applications, this simple ad. This has got the second most applications. It's the exact same wording. This ad, the first ad, had an image of Amy. This has just a red image. That's it. And same exact wording: attention speakers, experts, business book authors, etc. Exact same. So we spent, this is all a test, and you may not like the amount of money that I spent on the test, but so we spent $2,125 on this test. And over a period of about 10 days, we got about 125 applications. We ran 3 ads here. You can see, you're looking, if those of you are watching this, then you'll see the first 3 ads we ran for a few days, but the applications were not tracking. So we shut those ads off because I always want to track and know where our applications are coming from. Then we started exactly 3 exact same ads, and you can see what they did. These ads got $18 applications. These ads got $18.41 apps. These ads got $19.93 apps. Now, if you know anything about the world of Facebook, Instagram, and high ticket selling, right now, for me to get an application like on YouTube or whatever for bestseller publishing, it is more than 10 times this cost. More than 10 times. That means to get somebody on the telephone that fills out a form, they may not even be qualified, but they watched our video, they filled out a form, and now they've scheduled an appointment, is like $200. On YouTube, it's closer to $250. And those are good numbers. And we're getting them for less than 1/10 of the cost of that. Why? Because it is a blue ocean offer. It is in an uncontested market. No one else is offering anything like this. All we have to do is make the offer, make the presentation, and then scoop in the cream, those that are filling apps. This is what my inbox looks like. These are all Amy's apps. You can see 543 people started to fill the application. I only count it as an application if they fill all of it out, every single page. There are multiple questions, just like with the BSP app. And then, of course, name, telephone number, email address, website, all of that stuff. And you can see just application after application. You know, all these others are BSP apps. Some are Amy's, as you can see. But, you know, all of these Amy apps came in over about a, 7 to 10 day period. We got over 120 of them. And we're making an offer between $6,000 and $7,000 to people. So right now, as it stands right now, our sales team is going through every one of these calls. We still have a ton of people to reach because, we're getting 20 a day or thereabouts, 15 to 20 a day. And so we have, I don't know, probably another 100 or more people to still get on the telephone. Currently, we've spent $2,125, as I've shown. 2 people have closed, and another 1 or 2 are very close. And so, we're in profit right now as it stands, because that's, whatever, $12 to $14,000, because there's a couple of nuances with the offer. Again, between 6 and 7, could be as high as 10,000 if people need like websites built, speaker sites, and that kind of thing. But we're trying to keep it really simple. I think we're going to bring on the low side, I think we're going to bring on 5 people. On the high side, I think we'll bring on 10 to 15 of these initial applicants that came through. And, I think let's go conservative and say we're only going to bring on 5. That's going to be at least 30 to 35,000 on $2,000 worth of ad spend. That is what a blue ocean offer looks like. Now, what were the characteristics of this blue ocean offer? Well, really, it's very simple. The biggest characteristic is this guarantee that we are guaranteeing to actually book them on 3 speaking engagements. Right now, speaking engagements are quantified in many ways: conferences, associations, summits, boot camps, even television. But this is the guarantee. No one else is offering anything like this right now. And what is setting this apart is it's not a speaker's bureau. It's not a speaker's website. We're actually going out. We're finding these stages. Amy has tons of relationships with event planners already because she's been building this now for a number of years. And so because of the relationships, because of the outbound reach that we're doing, we're able to guarantee this, or we keep going until we get them the 3 speaking engagements. Number one, no one has ever wanted to make this offer because it's a little terrifying, right? Because what will it cost the company to actually book those engagements? We've done some testing and we have our own numbers on that, at least preliminarily. And for whatever reason, it is a blue ocean, meaning nobody else is willing to do this. That is what you're looking for. So what do? Well, you should find something within your offer, or if you're creating a brand new offer, that either is something that puts you in a complete category of one that no one else is doing, but that you can do for people. Now, if you can't do it, then, it doesn't make any sense at all to offer it. But if you can do it for them, then offer it to them. Yes, it might be more expensive. Like, people could join a speaker's bureau maybe for, I don't know, $500 a year or $1,000 a year. Well, this is $6,000, and probably this is the cheapest it's ever going to be, right? We're going to raise the price here because it's clear that everybody wants this thing because it's an uncontested market. It's a offer with no real competition. If you can find that within your own niche, within the thing that you do, then you have a blue ocean. You have a category of one. You have an uncontested offer. Now, what can you also do? Guarantees, ironclad guarantees, right? Like I always say, we put our money where our mouth is. We're doing 2 Wall Street Journal launches for clients in the next 2 to 3 weeks. This is a $60,000 investment for a client. So it's a significant investment that someone is paying me to do a Wall Street Journal launch for them. But I tell them if we don't get it for you, I'm giving you your money back. That makes, if you want to be a Wall Street Journal and USA Today bestseller, which is highly coveted, I mean, why would you go anywhere else? Because you can trust, and you have a contract with me that says I'm going to give you your money back unless you get what you paid for, right? So if you can do, an ironclad guarantee, if you can do something like that, then you could move yourself into a category of one as well. Now, I think we have some questions, and I'll get to those towards the end of this, but I want to finish sharing. So let me tell you what this might look like with bestseller publishing. So my offer has been in the marketplace for 10 years. We've been doing it as long or longer than anybody. The ghostwriting stuff and what we do, I believe, is still unique and has a uniqueness about it. Our guarantees, how we launch books, all that, but it's been in the marketplace for a long time. And I would like to go more to a blue ocean type offer. So I've been batting this around and thinking about it, and I'm not making this right now, okay? But I think I'm pretty close to being able to create something that is within this red ocean, of publishing. I think I'm close to being able to create something that is a blue ocean. And so here, I'm going to give you just a first pass at what that might look like so that you can get an idea of how you could do that even within a red ocean, if you're in a red ocean right now of coaches or consultants or whatever it is that you do. So imagine that you saw an ad like Amy's ad, but in the, ghostwriting, book publishing, and marketing space. And it said, attention, coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs. What if I offered to help you create a book from scratch based on your idea, marketed that book to bestseller, and guaranteed you would make at least $100,000 from that book within the first 2 years? Would you take me up on that offer? So what am I doing different? Well, I've already ghostwritten books. I've already, published books. I've already offered to do a guaranteed bestseller. What I've never done, and what I've never seen anybody do, is make a guarantee on how much money somebody will make from their book. And that's the $100,000 guarantee within 2 years. Or again, guaranteed, meaning they're going to do that. Now, is that true for everybody? No, I'd have to have something in there that says, this is not applicable to fiction writers. This is not applicable to children's book authors, right? We're talking about nonfiction. We're talking about business related books, and we're talking about using the book to grow your business and attract more. But I would have to do something very different. So it would be a higher investment than what our normal bestseller publishing investment would be, because now we have the additional element of the $100,000. And look, I haven't tested it yet. I'm showing you the one that I have tested, which is the Authority Speakers Agency one, which is just blowing up. But I believe that something like that would absolutely crush even in the red ocean of ghostwriting and book publishing. As I crystallize things, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do something like it. But as I crystallize things, I, of course, will let you know. But this is the way that you can create, even if you're in a red ocean right now, this is the way that you can create a blue ocean within the red ocean, a category of one, an uncontested market or an uncontested offer. This is how you can create an offer that the market loves and that people will just not stop buying from you. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Let's see what kind of questions and comments you guys have. This will be interesting. So Lisa says, oh my gosh, I do the same thing. I chase the next thing and buy. I'm so done with that. That's funny. We all do that, Lisa. That's just who we are. Lisa says, I grew up racing with the Andrettis. Holy cow, I'm so jealous. That's horrible. That should be me. I honestly think that I missed my calling in life. I really think I should have been a race car driver. I mean, I just think I should. I think I missed my calling. That is what cinched it for me. Thank you, Rob, for that offer. Love it. Angela said, this is an amazing example. You have simply removed all of the target customer's objections. Yep, totally. Suzanne says, super helpful. Thanks, Rob. You are welcome. What can I answer for you? And I'm happy to unmute you if you guys want to ask any questions or talk about any of this. I'm more than happy to do that. So I'll allow you guys to unmute yourself if you wish to, if you have a question for me. If not, then hey, I'm good. I will certainly share more with you as I crystallize this BSP offer, but I am more than tempted to do something like that I think will crush the market. And that's what I want to do. When I first came out with the, guaranteed bestseller or your money back, I thought this is going to crush the market, and it did. But the market catches up, which is cool. So now we got to go above and beyond and try something completely different. Let's see, just curious, what's the price point range for your new offer that you're creating? So here's the way that I'm looking at it, Suzanne. I need to figure out what it's going to cost me to fulfill on my promise of the 100,000, because if you know anything about me and the company, we don't fail. I've never refunded anybody because we didn't hit bestseller. So we won't fail at it. So I have to figure out, well, what is it going to take to ensure success? So that's part of what I'm looking at right here, but it's probably not as bad as most people think. Right now, if we do a launch for somebody, just a launch, they bring us their book, it's between 10 and 12,000 bucks. If we do our full ghostwriting package is 29,000. If we do our book, our bestseller writing program, where we help you with all the writing, but you do the writing yourself, then that's 18,000-ish. So I'm sorry I'm giving you so many price points, but I'm trying to give you context. So if we did the writing program where someone comes to us and they still need their book written, they want to work with a ghostwriter, they want to work with our team, they want to get all of our help and expertise, but they're comfortable writing the book themselves with us, with our help, with our editing, with our guidance, all of that, that's the 18,000. Then I think it would probably be like 29,000, because I think it would cost us like another 10 to 12,000 to fulfill on the 100,000 guarantee. Because remember, it's over 2 years. I think we can do it faster than that, but it's going to require, and there's going to be some caveats to it, right? That not everybody is going to be qualified for it. Most will, as long as they're business people and writing a nonfiction book. But it's going to require work on the part of the author. And so there'll be those guarantees in there, like they've got to do what we say, and they've got to, there's kind of a secret ingredient to all of this that I'm going to be adding in that's brand new. Anyway, so it'll probably be $10,000 or $12,000 more than what all of our other programs cost. So if someone comes in and says, hey, I just want you to launch my book and I want the $100,000 guarantee, then something like that's going to be like 20 grand or 22 grand instead of 10 grand. Basically. So it is a higher, it's going to be a higher investment. It's going to be for the right person, but clearly the $100,000 guarantee is going to be like, look, I mean, you're going to make that back guaranteed. That's how this works. And you're going to make 5X that back. So we're going to hopefully take away those objections. Kelly says, biggest challenge I see is overcoming client insecurities. That's a big one, no question. And guarantees help them overcome their insecurities. Angela says, what do you do in terms of urgency creation? So great question. So with Amy's thing, I actually shut the ads off. So I told people that we're going to take the first 10 people, and I stuck to this. We're going to take the first 10 people at this price point to get started. And I am going to get 100 applications and then shut the ads off. And so these ads are off right now. They're not running. Our last application came in over the weekend. I don't remember exactly when. So here's my thinking though, Angela, in a general sense. In a general sense, when you have I won't share my screen again. When you have 100 applications in a week, that scarcity is urgency by itself. That's like, look, hey, I understand that, that you need to think about this, but I've got 8 other appointments today, the sales guys. And so I mean, look, and they could even share the screen. This is my calendar. These are the people. And we're only in the beginning going to be able to take so many on because there's so much of a done for you element in this. So anyway, hope that helps. Suzanne says that's super helpful. And I think all your price points are reasonable. Thank you. I think so too, because my thinking was, 5X on this. If we can get them 5 to 10X what their investment is, then, that's pretty doggone good. James says figuring out cost for success would be a good mastermind call. This call was great. Lots to think about. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, probably would. It might not be as difficult as you think. I don't have all of this expertise myself. What I've done is I've looked at what's going on in the marketplace and the people that I could partner with that could make this additional offer and be something that's like a bolt on. So I'm going to go back to the car and the racing analogy, if that's okay. So, General Motors or Chevrolet, makes a Corvette Z06. Well, if you want the Corvette Z06 to go even faster than it does off the assembly line, well, you could, bolt on a supercharger. You could, send it to a tuner and they would put in new computer chips. I had a Mercedes SL 600, which is a V12, and off the assembly line, it's like 550 horsepower. And I took it to a place called Rentec, RENNTEC H, if any of you are interested and have Mercedes. And they jacked that thing up to 760 horsepower, 800 pounds of torque, and like 10 seconds in the quarter mile. And so that was a bolt on. You know what I mean? Like Mercedes didn't do that. Rentec did that. So I'm always looking for the Rentec in bestseller publishing. Like I'm always looking for, how can we make it faster, better, stronger? Amy's offer is Rentec. It's a bolt on, right? Now I could create like a super offer, right? Where it's $50,000 and we do your book and we guarantee you that you're going to get at least 100,000 and we're going to book you on X number of speaking engagements, right? So that you may see like super offers like that where I have these bolt-on elements with partners. So anyway, there's the whole masterclass, James. You don't have to do it all yourself. What you need to do is you need to find others that are doing it successfully and then see if you can bolt that on to your offer to make your offer even better. Tony says, that sounds great, Rob. I'd like to hear more when you get further with this offer. You mean the 100K offer? Yep. Happy to. It probably won't be for a few weeks because we're in over our eyebrows with Amy's offer because it's gone so well. And trying to close that out, but probably in the next couple of months because I'm very excited about like burying the competition and just let those little sharks fight amongst themselves in the red ocean. I want to go to a new part of the ocean that's really blue and beautiful. So anyway, we'll see. Maybe I keep fighting with all the other sharks, but for now, that's at least my thinking. So that's all I have for you. If there's nothing else, then I will say adieu and talk to you next Tuesday. If there is, then type it in really fast because I'm about to leave. Anyway, you guys have a great week. See you later.